What's going on? This is Hank Klinger here with Empower Network. I am going to go into a story about one of my travels down in South America to the Amazon jungle when I was down there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months down in Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. It was one of my dreams for years, and I did everything I could to do it, and I did it, and it was awesome. It was badass, and so here's how it goes. I flew into Lima, Peru in 2007 or 8, I can't remember exactly, and hung out there for a while with somebody who I thought was a friend but turned out not to be a friend. I'm sure all of you have had that situation in your life where you think someone's close to you, you think someone cares for you, and it turns out that they don't. So we parted our ways, and I traveled north through Peru to Ecuador, and in my travels north, I saw all sorts of glorious things, experienced awesome experiences, saw beautiful things, heard awesome music, and really experienced a good part of northern Peru. But I had a little problem in northern Peru in a town called Tumbes. I was bitten by a mosquito that ultimately messed me up pretty good. It wasn't malaria, it wasn't dengue or yellow or anything like that, but it was definitely a fever that didn't want to go away, and while I tried to go to the doctors, nothing would happen. It didn't save me, and for probably 3 weeks I was up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And by this time I had done everything I could to make it to the Amazon jungle, where I met my friend Patricio in eastern Ecuador in a town called Puyo, town called Puyo, Ecuador, in eastern Ecuador on the border of Peru. Little jungle town, very quaint, kind of humid, monkeys running everywhere, parrots all over the place. Beautiful though, I mean, just green as you can see. You're always hearing the birds chirping and the parrots squawking and the monkeys hooting and hollering. Really nice people. Anyway, from there I met Patricio, who's a Guarani Indian, and I did a 3-day hike into the jungle with Patricio, canoe rides and hike, and I was still feeling up and down. I wasn't as bad as I was, but it was still lingering, the sickness. And this is when I met the shaman. He was a Guarani shaman, and he said, you need to be cleansed. This is what he told me. He could see it inside of me. He could see it on me, whatever you want to call it. They're very spiritual people. I believe in spirituality 100%, and he said I needed cleansing. I asked him how the cleansing would happen, and he told me about a potion, as he called it, called ayahuasca. It's a very powerful, very strong hallucinogenic drug, I guess you would call it, but it's deeper than that. It's nothing like LSD or mushrooms or any of those other things that you'd think of. It's more on a spiritual level and a total body cleansing, mind, soul, and everything. And I said, no way in hell am I going to take some kind of magic potion in the middle of the Amazon jungle, right? I mean, what would you do? But he told me it's not about the high, it's about cleaning your soul and cleaning your mind. And, you know, I figured everything I'd been through in my past, my soul could probably use a good cleansing. My brain could probably use a good washing, and I decided to go for it. So we proceeded to go to my shaman's hut, and this is when the cleansing began, and he chanted and he explained to me what would happen in my experience with ayahuasca, that I would see my past, my present, my future, that a part of me would stay with the jungle ultimately, and a part of the jungle would stay with me forever. So this went on for about 10 or 20 minutes in Guarani Indian, while Patricio was translating, and he did the physical cleansing first. And it was very intense, and it was nighttime, full moon on the river, on the Amazon River, or the Puyo River, I'm sorry, it's a tributary of the Amazon. And afterwards I drank the potion, and literally within minutes I felt the difference. And I proceeded to go into a very, very strong spirit journey, as they would call it. And you know, I can't really tell you what my spirit was. I know there was all sorts of animals that I saw in my hallucinations, but it was intense. It was very intense. It was very spiritual. And that night, you know, I'd made a connection with a higher self, I guess, a higher whatever. There's definitely more out there in the universe than ourselves. You know, you can really feel the spirit of everything around you when you're on ayahuasca. I can't put it into words, but I can tell you that it was absolutely life-changing, and that it was a total cleansing all the way around. And the next day my sickness was completely gone and I felt great. They took me into a waterfall, and they did a last cleansing, and I felt better than I ever had in my life. The point of this story is that there are things out there in the world that can change your life overnight. Literally. If you're just willing to have a little faith and a little bit of belief in something higher than yourself. If I didn't make the decision that night to have faith in something that was unknown and belief in something that I couldn't quite explain, who knows how long I would have stayed sick. Because ultimately, from my choice to believe, my life was changed forever. And the way I'm going to relate this to you is that maybe right now in your life, you're looking for a way out. You've been going down this path for too long, and you're sick and tired of it. Well, what I'm telling you right now is that you don't have to go down that path anymore. That fork in the road, it's not just a one-time thing. It's there all the time. And you can take that fork and go the other direction anytime. Literally the minute that you decide that you're going to take action and control of your life, you can take that turn. Because I made that decision literally less than a year ago. And maybe you're where I was at a year ago. And you've lost faith in yourself, and you've lost faith in life. And I'm telling you that your way of thinking, your belief in yourself, others' belief in you, your confidence, all of that can change literally overnight if you're just willing to stop, listen, and pay attention to what I tell you. Because what I'm telling you is that you have literally everything inside of you right now at this very moment to live the life that you've always wanted, and to have the respect, the love that you feel you need from everybody in your life that you want to gain it from. Because with your self-confidence, your happiness, and your self-belief, others will see that and they'll want to do the same. So right now, make the decision to go down that other path in life instead of staying on the one that you've been on. Because if you're watching this video right now, there's a reason for it. And if you trust me and you listen to me, I will do everything in my power to lead you to success. Because it's not about me. It's not about just you. And Power Network has become bigger than any one person. We've become a movement of people that are done settling, that will do whatever it takes to help as many people as we can rise up and believe in themselves. And I personally will stop at nothing until I know I've changed as many lives as I can. And I want to help you change yours. So with that being said, click the link below the video and come join me today. Let me show you the road to success. Hank Klinger and Power Network. You have a wonderful day.